Hello, other boxing fans around the world. Thank you once again for joining me as I take you around the headlines from around the world, courtesy of our friends at Boxing 24/7 and our good friend Anthony Van Schotten, who heads that great organization, who's bringing tons more news if you go to his website and take a look. Thanks very much, Christian. Appreciate all your support. First news of the day concerns the amateur world. The EUBC has adopted a new constitution. The European Boxing Confederation, the EUBC, adopted the new constitution at the Extraordinary General Assembly, which was held virtually. The delegates voted in favor unanimously. The new document is composed in accordance with the new AIBA constitution. According to the document, the next elective EUBC Congress will vote for the EUBC president, who in turn will serve on the AIBA board of directors. And as you all know from the various presentations and shows that we made leading up to the Olympics, the AIBA has gone through massive changes over the past little while, and this is certainly a step in the right direction. Also, the article continues, a step towards gender equality was made. At least 3 women will be present at the EUBC Board of Directors, and what is more, the EUBC Athletes Committee will be established. EUBC General Assembly also defined the terms for the president and the directors. A little bit of a quote from EUBC President Franco Falcinelli. He says, the new EUBC Constitution, in my opinion, clearly shows that the EUBC is ready to make a jump into the future, making our confederation a leading body in the boxing community and also ensuring our member federations and our boxers will be in a position to work and compete at the best of their capabilities and skills. Good luck to them all. Thank you very much for that great news article, Chris. Really appreciate it. Moving on, and in a kind of a news / interesting piece, shall we say, Callie Rice is going to defend her title when she squares off against Diana Prazak. Now, this is kind of interesting because this article starts off by mentioning a movie. So let me just briefly bring you up to speed on Callie Rice out of the U.S. She actually presented a story to Hollywood, which caught the attention of numerous people. And the movie's called Catch the Fair One, and she stars in it. And let me just read you a little bit from IMDb. IFC Films has acquired U.S. rights to Catch the Fair One, a thriller from Narcos director Joseph Wadlaka that stars real-life professional boxer Callie K.O. Rice. The deal comes after Catch the Fair One debuted at the 2021 Tribeca Film Festival, where it captured the Audience Award and Special Jury Mention for Rice's performance. It was a role that Rice helped develop in conjunction with Wadlaka, who wrote the screenplay based on the story she created. And it's also a film that drew on her own experience as the first Indigenous fighter to win the International Boxing Association middleweight crown and is the reigning WBA super lightweight champion. Let me now just quickly continue with the story as presented by our friends from Boxing 24/7. After the excitement of the release of the movie Catch the Fair One, where she was a lead actress, Native American Callie Rice returns to the ring. Nicknamed KO because of her roots, Rice will seek to defend her WBA 140-pound belt against Australian-born Diana Prazak. The fight will take place on August 20th at the Sycuan Casino in El Cajon, California, in the United States. In a strong card promoted by Lou DiVella, Rice, who's 17-7-1 with 5 knockouts, and is currently the WBA super lightweight world champion, who defeated Canadian Candy Wyatt on November 6, 2020, will make her first defense and will be looking to win the vacant IBO belt. The opponent will be Diana Prazak, who's 14-3-0 with 9 knockouts, and who is the former super featherweight world champion, and returned to fight after 6 years in the welterweight division with a 6-round win over Milagros Diaz in March last year. In a complementary bout, Rice's former opponent, Candy Crush Wyatt, who I mentioned, the Canadian, who is 10-2-0 with 3 knockouts, will go for a new opportunity. She'll face Mexican Alma La Conquistadora Ibarra, who is 8-1-0 with 4 knockouts. This will be a WBA World Eliminator bout at 147 pounds, and the winner of the bout will be the mandatory challenger to the undisputed champion, Jessica McCaskill. A great bet for the great fights of women's boxing we will have in California with the stellar performance of the brand new WBA champion, Callie Rice, who will be looking to keep her own. The next story I'm bringing to you, courtesy of our friends from Boxing 24/7, Hardhitting Promotions signs welterweight Anthony Juice Young. Because I like to promote these independent companies, here we go. Hardhitting Promotions is pleased to announce the signing of welterweight contender Anthony Juice Young. Young, 33, of Atlantic City, New Jersey, has a record of 22-2 with 8 knockouts. Young is a 10-year professional who has developed into one of the most popular fighters in the tri-state area. At this point in my career, he says, this is the right move. I'm not a spring chicken, and they know the direction that I need to go in my career. I want to make Atlantic City like Las Vegas. They have a great deal with the Showboat, and I feel with me fighting in sold-out shows there, I can help bring Atlantic City back as a big boxing destination. Said Manny Rivera of Hardhitting Promotions, we are excited and honored to sign Anthony Juice Young. We recognize that he is among the best 147-pounders in the world right now. Unfortunately, he was not able to capitalize on that great win over Saddam Ali. Our goal and mission is to place him at the top of the welterweight division. He will be headlining our next event on September 25th. Young became a household name in the boxing world when he scored an emphatic third-round stoppage over former world champion Saddam Ali, who's 27-2, on March 4th in 2019 in Las Vegas. And with that win, Young won the WBC USNBC silver welterweight title. Young is also a former New Jersey State welterweight champion. Young also defeated tough Jose Calderon. Young is coming off a unanimous decision over Todd Manuel on July 31st at the Showboat Hotel in Atlantic City, and he's managed by Carlos Rosiero of STB Management. Expect to see Young back in action September 25th at the Showboat Hotel in Atlantic City. Speaking of independent promoters, another story here. RDR Promotions has signed undefeated welterweight Raekwon Butler. RDR Promotions has signed undefeated welterweight Raekwon Butler. Butler of Brooklyn, New York, has a record of 3-0 with 2 wins coming via knockout. I feel this is a great opportunity, he says. It gives me stability to get fights and have a good promoter behind me. I know Rodney believes in me. I'm excited for what the future brings and holds. I'm happy to sign, said Sidney Rice, CEO of RDR Promotions. I'm happy to sign Raekwon. I had heard great things about him, and he lived up to them when he fought in our show in July. We plan to keep him busy and develop him into the prospect and champion that I know he can be. The 26-year-old Butler fought 3 times in 8 months as he turned professional with a second-round stoppage over John Larkins on December 11, 2021 in Charleston, South Carolina. Butler is coming off a 4-round unanimous decision over 25-fight veteran Dushmercy Nazu on July 23rd in Philadelphia. Butler is managed by Jason Scalzo. Butler will be back in action on Friday, September 17th at the 2300 Arena in Philadelphia. And finally, I cannot leave the show without news featuring Manny Pacquiao. You've heard it from me before. I feel he's one of the best pound-for-pound fighters in boxing ever. Headline, Fight Week. Pacquiao Ugas this Saturday for WBA Super Championship. We're all looking forward to it. I know you are as well. Legend Manny Pacquiao will return to the ring this Saturday to face Yordenis Ugas for the World Boxing Association Super Welterweight Championship at the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, Nevada. Pacquiao and Ugas will fight for the black and gold belt in a bout that generates a lot of intrigue due to the styles of both fighters and the physical shape they're in after having done great preparation work. The Filipino was originally scheduled to face Errol Spence, but an injury forced the American to pull out of the fight at the last minute, so he was paired to fight the Cuban in this great showdown. Pacquiao, 42, has been out of the ring for 2 years and wants to prove that he's still on top of the boxing game. He defeated Keith Thurman in his last fight in 2019 in a resounding manner to win the WA belt on that occasion. For several months now, Pacquiao has been in Los Angeles with Freddie Roach to tune up his camp and make a high-level preparation tailored to the challenge ahead. For his part, Ugas, Ishmael Salah's pupil, is facing the most important fight of his life. He has won 11 of his last 12 fights and only lost to Sean Porter in a close, hard-fought fight that could have gone either way. At 35 years of age, he wants to achieve the most important victory of his career, but for that, he'll have to beat a legend like Manny. Las Vegas is celebrating Manny's comeback, and the fact occupies all the boxing headlines worldwide. This week, different promotional activities will take place prior to the weigh-in on Friday, where both fighters will have to weigh 147 pounds to fight for the championship on Saturday. Pacquiao comes in with a lifetime record of 62 wins, 7 losses, 2 draws, and he has 39 knockouts. Ugas has 26 career wins, 4 losses, and 12 knockouts. And there you have it. All the news, courtesy of our friends at Boxing 24/7, Europe's #1 boxing website. Thank you very much for joining me. Remember to like, share, subscribe, hit that notification